Good morning from Bobblehead Homestead. I am Jeff. Today is Tuesday. It's a little bit over 80, slight breeze. The sun just came out. It sprinkled on and off all day yesterday. Cloudy and breezy this morning. Still a little nice cool breeze. This is what the daffodils looked like earlier this spring, I think late February. I won't tell if you won't tell, but yeah, the two regular escapees. And of course I run into, just a few rocks as I'm digging up the daffodils. This is what I've done so far this morning, just, scraping off the surface to find them. And so there's a little cluster, and now I can go back through with my hand and hand dig those. There is another little cluster right there I'm going to find. There's another cluster right there I'm going to find. There's another cluster right there I'm going to find. And there's another cluster right there I'm going to find. So I will, it's probably not going to get any cooler, so I'm going to do as much of this today as I can before it starts hitting the 90s again around here. Well, and some nice zinnias. That's today's batch of daffodil bulbs. That was yesterday's. So yeah, and I kind of kept count a little bit today. There were over 60 anyway. So there's probably 200 daffodil bulbs right here, and I got another 100 in a pile that I got up previously. A little bit at a time. Hey, looks like I got a red gladiola getting ready to bloom. These are one of the ones that I planted last year. So yeah, good to see it survive the bulldozer and tractor. I was down here in my little, these are cosmos, a few zinnias in here. There was a burn pile behind that other batch of cosmos. But I was over here the other day, you know, and what do I see over there but probably 10-foot tall sunflower. That's actually not on my property. Oops. But that is a huge, giant sunflower that is very, very healthy, unlike the others that I have. So that's just coming out of the weed growth. Very interesting. You can see the flower better from, that's where my mailboxes are, behind all those giant ragweeds. But all of this was leveled to the ground by a bulldozer not all that long ago. But yeah, this is just, it's cool to see how something can be bulldozed and then what happens to it. And there's a giant sunflower just rising above. I did plant some Russian Mammoth sunflowers last year. They did not do that well. So that thing is just a monster. Am I wandering too far away from home on a hot day, Fifi? Is that why you're meowing? You don't like walking through all this. I had to get closer to this thing. That's at least 12 feet tall. That is just huge. I'm standing basically on my property line, maybe a little bit over it, so. But yeah, one of those mammoth Russian sunflower seeds must have made its way down here and thrived in the midst of all this ragweed. Oh, number 2, I'm sorry I tricked you this morning. I didn't turn the fence off before I got the food. I got the food first and then I turned the fence off. I'm sorry. Not that sorry, but still sorry. Yeah, everybody's enjoying their day in here. That is a white splash whiting true blue rooster. And that dude is a whiting true blue rooster. And that dude behind him is might be an olive egger, might be a brown egg genes. I will never know. That little girl, she might be an olive egger or a brown egg layer. They're these four that, yeah, these four that number 2 hatched. Their father is Wild Berry the Welsomer, and their mothers are olive eggers. So they could be, they could lay olive eggs or they could lay brown eggs, the females. Yeah, and that's a little whiting true blue. He's available. If anybody's looking to create your own olive eggers and want a blue egg genetic rooster, I've got 1 or 2 available. You're probably the nicest of the bunch. The white one is pretty nice. I'm not a big fan of white chickens, so that one might be available for the right home. Don't know. But as far as personality, that dude's, well, he's not friendly, but he's scared of me. So that works. But the white one, the white rooster there, he's top rooster. Yeah, and they always both have to join in, don't they? That's enough of the daffodil digging for today. It hit 89 degrees here. Boy, it warmed up fast after the clouds and drizzle left. That's all right. One step closer to getting those daffodils up so that I can start to move my raised beds in their permanent place. And then once they're there, I can start putting the support boards around it, you know, kind of a trim thing. And then I think I'm going to put hardware cloth underneath it. Otherwise, I'm going to have moles and voles just, you know, having a heyday in my raised bed. So I might as well put the investment in some hardware cloth. So I'm going to have to go pick that up. Speaking of which, I don't know which day, either tomorrow, I don't know what day. One of these days, very soon, I'm going to head back into Russellville. I think it's been almost 3 weeks since I went into town. 2 weeks since anyway. It's time for me to get into town. Luckily, I've got tons of t-shirts to keep me going in between laundry breaks. But I got some other stuff to do in town. Yeah, I need to do laundry, I need to pick up drinking, cooking water. I need to go to Lowe's. I need to see about hardware cloth. Man, that stuff is not cheap. Hopefully I can buy like a 100-foot roll of it and save some money because I'm going to need that much. Need to pick up some tools. I do. Hopefully I can borrow some tools that'll help me out one of these days this week. You'll just have to wait and see. And yeah, okay. That's it for this Tuesday. Thanks for watching. Stuff's gonna keep happening. I might just be digging up daffodils, but I'm doing something every day. Take her easy, everybody. Bob, I keep telling you, it's more comfortable inside the cabin. When it was raining yesterday, I had all 3 cats inside there for a while. I had to pick Fifi up and put her in there, but it was raining, so last night I fed them inside, and I kept the door closed for a couple hours, and yeah, no big events. I'll keep doing that here and there. That's Fifi. She's not dead. That's just how she acts when she's sleeping.